What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video I'm going to be going over my ranking of the Spider-Man TV shows. So without further delay, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 7 is Spider-Man 2017. This show has a very strange animation style, leaving for clunky fight scenes and an overall strange aesthetic to the show. The storylines are very weak and simplistic, and it seems to just be copying already done things, leading for a boring show overall, and the dialogue is extremely clunky and boring. And coming in at number 6 is Spider-Man Unlimited. This takes Spider-Man off into space as he follows Venom and Carnage. And I think that's one of the main problems with this show, as it removes Spider-Man from New York, and like I've said in other videos, I think New York's an integral part of the character. And it removes most of Spider-Man's popular supervillains like Doc Ock and all the normal rogues gallery. The only positive I can really think of is it tries something different. Other than like Spider-Man 2017, that show just seems like the same old, but this show tried to take risks, and I give it positives for that, and the suit is pretty cool. Coming in at number 5 is Ultimate Spider-Man. This show has very strange fourth wall breaking moments. Fourth wall breaking thing would be when the character in the show turns to the audience and talks directly to them. Most common example of this is in the Deadpool movies, but this makes certain moments in the show that are climactic seem to lose its I don't know how to say this, but it's like not as stressful because it like pauses and then he says a joke and it's back to the show. And I get that that's mostly because it's a kid's show, but I don't really like that. But it does bring some positives into the show by adding a supporting cast that's very interesting. And Spider-Man builds a team together with them, and they work to fight the Spider-Man villains. So it's not the same old. It tries something different, and there are some interesting storylines that they decide to do in this show. And coming in at number 4 is the classic Spider-Man from the 1960s. While I get this is an older show and you can expect these things, the dialogue is clunky, but like I said, it's an old show. They didn't really have much to go on, being that Spider-Man was created around the same time the show was started. So they kind of were setting the groundwork for the future of the character in comics and in TV. But the simplistic stories work in this because it's the first time Spider-Man was ever in a TV show. So that's what you should expect from something like that. But overall, this show is good, and it lays the future for what Spider-Man shows should be. And coming in at number 3 is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. This was the first time he worked with a team in the TV show, not like a every once in a while team up with Iron Man or the Avengers, but he actually has his team of his own, consisting in like Iceman and Firestar, I think. And they work together to take out different threats, and in this series, they use many different villains, not just Spider-Man villains. And they do have different characters like Captain America and the Avengers join them throughout this TV show. And this allows for them to build a more connected universe throughout this show, and I think that they work the storylines very well. And it's a very good show to set up Spider-Man's future of teamwork with other superheroes. And coming in runner-up is Spider-Man from the 90s. This show is very highly regarded amongst people who grew up with it. It was has many good storylines throughout it. It's a long-running show, and it uses that to its advantage. And the dialogue, the voice cast is very good in it. And the animation style is perfect for the show. It allows for sleek movement and good fight scenes. The show overall has amazing storylines, like I've said before, and it's one of the best TV shows or animated TV shows out there. And coming in at number 1 is Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm sure many of you could have guessed this, but this is one of the best TV shows or Spider-Man TV shows around. It has perfect dialogue with a perfect voice cast. All of them seem like genuine teenagers, and the stories seem to work together very good. Very intriguing storylines, and sometimes even dark storylines for a kids show, I thought. And they introduce a lot of different things throughout the show, even though it kind of was cut short because of the Disney-Sony deal. And it changes characters for the better by like giving them a new look for the story, and the animation style in this is a bit strange at first, but once you get used to it, it looks very good in fights, and it's probably one of the better animation styles throughout these different shows. Anyway guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment down below of your ranking of the Spider-Man TV shows. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. See you next week.